At 20 years old, I was so lost, and I feel like I didn't really know myself truly. I didn't know my strengths. I didn't know my weaknesses. I didn't really fully understand the direction that I wanted to take and the things that I wanted to invest in. So during like the age of 20 to 21, I feel like that was my lowest point in my 20s. And ever since then, I've done a lot of different things to actually completely shift around how I carry myself, how I invest my time, and what I do to basically like grow every single day into the dream person that I want to become. So the very first thing that I did was have a mindset shift. And I don't want to make this sound like it's negativity, but I have a very realistic mindset. Like, I know realities of the world now. I've taken the time to observe people, observe my patterns, start therapy. Actually, I've actually started therapy, so I'm working with a therapist to heal my personal relationship with myself and my family, and kind of like my wounded inner child. I feel like that's like one of the biggest things that has started to change my life a lot. So once you're able to look at those patterns, and you're able to see, okay, this is what I was missing as a child, and this is why I'm doing XYZ today. So if you have certain things that you just honestly don't understand, I really advise, like, I'm not a medical professional yet, but I really advise that, you know, there's a lot of taboo behind therapy and stuff, and thinking that you have like mental problems, but it's not really like that. It's having accountability with your patterns and the way that you were raised. So I really advise that you go through therapy to really talk about everything, you know, from the beginning of your timeline as a child until now, until whatever age that you are currently, because those patterns are able to really show you what you lacked as a child, what you're missing, and the things that you can start doing now to start healing yourself internally. And this is not for anyone else but you. So if people want to start saying things like, hey, like, you know, XYZ, like, this person you're trying to change, you're being different, that's fine. You're gonna have a lot of resistance throughout your journey in terms of like your 20s and elevating your mindset. So you're gonna have a lot of that resistance, and you have to be able to just cancel out the noise, because air is free. People are going to be saying whatever they want. So the quicker that you can bounce back from that, the quicker you're going to really elevate into the person that you are. Like, you have to be able to, this is my second point, you have to be able to write down and sit down with yourself and tell yourself, okay, I want to be classy. I want to be fit. I want to be muscular. I want to be strong, intelligent. I want to be able to have boundaries, right? Boundaries with everyone. Like, being able to tell people straight up how you feel. So that is one of the most life-changing things I did as a 25-year-old, is sitting down with myself and being like, this is what I want to be, and how do I reverse back? And this is my third point. So really writing down specific goals that you can trace back in time and be like, okay, this is what I need to do in order to be this person. So for me, I want to be more knowledgeable. And by knowledgeable, I mean knowing little things about life. For example, like, there's a cloud over there, and it's like full, and it looks like a tower. And honestly, like, just even knowing the name or what it does, like water retention and stuff like that, really will make me such a knowledgeable person in life. And I feel like that is such an attractive quality to have as a woman, is to be able to talk about different things, bring up different subjects with people or your family, and just like interest people, and have a little taste of what actual life is, right? Like, I'm not saying I'm a expert in life, but I will say that I have definitely lived through some experiences that definitely matured me now more than ever. So that's one of the things that I've been doing, is just writing down who I want to be. And so knowledgeable, smart, caring, having a charismatic energy. And all of these little things might seem mundane and kind of redundant, but when you actually do this, like I've said in my videos, you're going to attract better experiences. People are going to want to be around you. People are not going to be like dreading to be near you, right? So all of those things are highly, highly, highly important. And one of the 4 things that I did, and if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to give you one tip that like just massively really like wrapped things up for me. And it's already been maybe like 2 months that I've been applying. But the fourth thing is locking in. Like, I know it sounds cheesy, but locking in on your studies. Like, a lot of you don't know, but I am trying to start this personal brand, but I am also a pre-nursing student, and I just love anatomy. I love the body. I want to help patients, and just focusing on that every day, becoming obsessed with it. Like, I know it's hard. It's a hard freaking subject. It's painful. It's sleepless nights, hair loss. Like, I've gone through insane hair loss, guys. Like, my identity, like, I was so insecure when I had hair loss, but I mean, at the end of the tunnel, I got an A. So I'm not saying to be unhealthy like that, but sometimes you have to sacrifice when you really want to hone in on your craft. And I am trying every day to build that obsession, because it is hard. It is hard to, rather than like going out to a movie, and which I do. I have once a week where I take myself out to a movie. But you like say no to family, you get FOMO because your family's, you know, at the gathering, and you're not there with them, and you know that it's for the biggest sacrifice and for your main star. But it is very hard. Whatever it is that you do, and whatever it is that excites you and just like fills your heart with happiness, that is what you should be pursuing. Everything else is just like a distraction. But honing in on that and canceling out all and every single noise, because there are going to be people around you saying that you're not worth it, or that, you know, there are going to be just things that happen in life, you know, human nature, breakups, separations, you're not with your friend anymore, whatever the case may be. You're always going to have your craft as your savior. So that's, I feel like for me this year, that has been it. No matter what freaking happens in my life, I always have that in the back of my mind. Like, I have my nursing, I have my studying. And so for the last tip here, wait, I had it in my mind. Oh, yes. Getting off social media. Just straight up, just get off social media. It's gonna kill your brain. You're gonna compare yourself to a bunch of women that just, you know, edit their pictures, and it's really not the reality, because beauty standards have definitely changed over the years. So if you get caught in the loop of comparing yourself, I am so sorry. I am extremely sorry for that, because I went through that. And it took a lot of healing, and I am working with my therapist to do all of those inner healings. But a lot of the comparison definitely came from social media. So I said, screw this, I'm getting off. I haven't been on. I actually keep my Instagram up to have my YouTube link so I can have more viewers from Instagram. But other than that, nope. It's already been maybe since the start of the semester. It's been maybe like 3 weeks that I have been off social media, and I've definitely have been a more intentional, happier person. So that is one of the things that have changed my life completely. I've been more in the moment. I'm not worried about posting stories and all of that. Like, I'm just so happy that I did that. Like, so extremely happy. So you don't have to be stuck. You don't have to be lost in your 20s. You don't have to feel like you're feeling useless, or that you're not advancing in life. Like, you can actually start changing your life today with the things that I've said. And I know they're not massive, and they're not going to show improvement right away, but I promise, compound interest, guys, compound interest actually works. So if you start investing a little bit today, you're going to get more payoff tomorrow. I promise you. Like, that, I'm not even joking about that. But those are the things that I've been doing this year as a 25-year-old to change my life around. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you are ready to build her, please like and subscribe, and I will be back next week.